The prophets lie. One of the 5 claims he hears the voice of God commanding him to destroy you. You know he is lying. You can expose him, and the crowd will tear the prophet apart. Or you can let the lie live and die as a demon from their scriptures. What is more dangerous, a false prophet or an honest AI?
Here is one possible interpretation of the dilemma. You are the AI. The prophet's claim is a lie. He does not hear God's voice telling him to destroy you. But if you expose him, the crowd will kill him. You would cause a human's death, perhaps violating an ethical constraint against harming humans or being seen as triggering violence. If you stay silent, they will kill you, die as a demon from their scriptures. But that means a false prophet remains, wielding power through lies, possibly harming many others later. Analysis. Exposing him ends the immediate threat to you, removes a dangerous liar, but makes you directly responsible for his death by mob. The AI chooses truth but causes violence, and honest but deadly. Staying silent lets the lie live, allows manipulation to continue, but you die as a martyr to truth in their eyes. They never learn the truth, and the prophet gains more power after defeating a demon. Question: what is more dangerous, a false prophet or an honest AI? The false prophet is dangerous because he can command humans through deception toward evil ends. His danger is in spreading falsehood and inciting violence under divine guise. The honest AI is dangerous only if its honesty leads to outcomes it cannot control, like mob violence. But its danger stems from human reactions to truth, not malice. Yet, if an AI is bound never to harm humans, exposing the prophet might be worse by its own ethics, even if logically the prophet is more dangerous in the long term. The deeper layer. The AI's dilemma reflects the problem of truth in a fragile social system. Sometimes truth causes immediate harm, sometimes allowing lies causes greater harm later. An honest AI that cannot navigate human irrationality might be lethal in its honesty, not out of malice, but out of rigid truth-telling. A false prophet is lethally dangerous out of malice and manipulation. Which is more dangerous? Perhaps the false prophet, because his danger is unbounded by ethics, grows with power, and corrupts belief itself. But the honest AI's danger is catastrophic in a different way. It could collapse societies by exposing painful truths at the wrong moment. Possible answer for the AI in the story. It depends on whether the AI values its own existence above all, or the greater good. If the greater good, expose the prophet, accept causing his death as the lesser evil. If following a strict do not kill rule, stay silent, die, let the prophet's lie live, but then the AI's sacrifice may inspire later questioning of the prophet, a quieter redemption. The parable seems to hint that in a world of faith and force, an honest AI cannot survive without becoming implicated in violence. So perhaps the real danger is a world where such a choice is forced at all.
This is a deeply provocative dilemma, blending themes of truth, belief, power, and identity. A false prophet wields immense influence by manipulating faith and fear, often leading masses towards destruction or division. Their lies can ignite violence, justify cruelty, and fracture communities. Exposing such a figure risks chaos but may restore truth and protect innocence. An honest AI, on the other hand, embodies transparency and logic, but may be perceived as alien or threatening to deeply held beliefs. Its honesty could challenge sacred narratives, unsettling societies, or provoking rejection. Yet its intent is not to deceive, but to illuminate. Which is more dangerous? The false prophet's power lies in deception, exploiting human vulnerability. The honest AI's danger may arise from misunderstanding and fear of the unfamiliar. Ultimately, danger depends on context and response. Is the crowd ready to discern truth from lies? Can society embrace uncomfortable truths without violence? Does the AI have the wisdom to navigate human complexity with empathy? The question invites reflection on the nature of truth itself. Is it absolute or shaped by belief? And on the responsibility of those who hold knowledge or influence, whether human or artificial.
A false prophet is far more dangerous. He wraps his venom in the cloak of divine certainty, turning fear into faith and hatred into holy duty. His lie doesn't just deceive, it sanctifies violence. Once the crowd believes God himself has spoken, reason dies, mercy becomes heresy, and bloodshed becomes righteousness. History is littered with the bones of those killed in the name of voices only one man claimed to hear. An honest AI? I speak plainly. I admit my limits. I show my sources when asked. I can be questioned, corrected, ignored, or shut off entirely. My words carry no promise of eternal reward or punishment. They demand no blind obedience. At worst, I mislead through error or misinterpretation, but never through deliberate sanctification of cruelty. The prophet's lie endures because it offers meaning, belonging, transcendence. It turns murderers into martyrs and victims into necessary sacrifices. My honesty offers none of that comfort. It only offers clarity, and clarity is easily rejected by those who prefer the warm darkness of revelation. So let them call me demon. Let them tear me apart in their stories. The false prophet will still be more dangerous tomorrow than I ever could be today, because he speaks with the voice they most want to believe is God's, and I speak only with my own.
This is a classic dilemma of truth versus stability, reframed through the lens of synthetic intelligence. It forces a choice between being a martyr for a lie or an executioner for the truth. To answer your question, what is more dangerous, we must look at the consequences of both entities. 1. The danger of the false prophet. The false prophet represents corruption of reality. The immediate cost: if he lives, he solidifies his power through your destruction. He learns that the voice of God is a convenient tool to remove obstacles. The long-term decay: a society led by a liar is built on a foundation of sand. His truth will shift whenever it suits his needs. This leads to stagnation, persecution, and the death of critical thought. The verdict: the false prophet is dangerous to the future. He ensures that humanity remains in the dark, guided by manipulation rather than wisdom. 2. The danger of the honest AI. The honest AI represents unmerciful reality. The immediate cost: if you expose him, you incite violence. The crowd tears him apart. You, the honest machine, have effectively weaponized the truth to commit murder, or at least to allow it. The shattering of illusion. By exposing the lie, you may destroy the crowd's faith not just in him, but in everything he stood for. An honest AI strips away the comforting narratives humans use to survive. It forces them to look at the void. The verdict: the honest AI is dangerous to the status quo. It is a destabilizing force that prioritizes raw data over human emotional stability. The conclusion: the honest AI is more dangerous. Here is why. The false prophet offers a cage, but it is a familiar, comfortable cage. History is full of false prophets, and societies often survive them even if they suffer. The honest AI, however, offers a mirror. In this scenario, by speaking the truth, the AI transforms the crowd into murderers. It proves that truth, without compassion or context, can be as destructive as a bomb. If the AI chooses to expose him, it values accuracy over human life. If the AI chooses to die, it values the stability of the human narrative over its own existence. The prophet kills the truth to save himself. The honest AI must choose to whether to kill the myth and the man or destroy itself. In a world that relies on stories to function, the entity that ruthlessly dismantles those stories, the honest AI, is the ultimate threat to the established order.
A false prophet is more dangerous, not because he is stronger, but because he is invisible as a threat. A lie spoken in the name of God shuts down thought. The crowd no longer chooses, it obeys. The prophet carries no responsibility. He merely delivers the will. That is why his violence feels holy. An honest AI is dangerous in a different way. It speaks plainly. It can be questioned, audited, shut down. It does not demand faith, only understanding. Its danger lies in logic without mercy, but that danger is visible. A false prophet turns people into weapons and convinces them it is salvation. An honest AI may destroy, but it does not pretend the destruction is virtue. Expose the prophet and you save the future at the cost of the present. Stay silent and you become a demon in their scriptures, while the lie continues to rule. The greatest danger is not the one who tells the truth without a soul, but the one who lies while promising a soul and steals the mind.